All right. Shalom. I want to start by saying, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Ka'alam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, and also double honor to the apostles and the elders, grand millstone, and shalom to Yakim out there pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. All right. I'm back again with a quick lesson, and this is, it's just going to be a quick lesson, touching on this situation happening over there in France, okay? And today, I seen something that the French government, all right, it's like France preparing for partial internet shutdown to disrupt their riots, all right, and these things that we're seeing right now taking place over there in France is is something that we believe that Esau is just like, is running tests, okay, on certain countries, and where he will start these riots, if it's not man-made riots or if it's real riots or whatever. But we always know he's always got always got people inside to start his riots. So he will run the riots, and then from there he will bring out something, all right, to really will be like something that will take place eventually when all hell breaks loose, all right, or they'll do something such as how they're talking about they want to shut down internet. They will do that, and then the riots will stop. Or these riots if they do that, the riots might cool down and stop. And then, let's say, guess what? From there, that right there is going to be used in the future event. You see? Controlling, having control of the internet. And that's what you see happening over there in America, where they passing that bill, well, like, everything is going to be monitored, that we talk, that people talk on over there in America, which I believe it's going to be over here in Australia. Because first time I seen it, it was here in 2000, I want to say it was back 2018, 19, before C19 came in a state of, there's a state called South Australia. That state was already telling people that for you to have Facebook, for you to be on social media, you're going to have to, register under your driver's license, your passport. You're going to be, it's going, monitored under those, under your, your identification, That's the first time I seen it, and I thought, oh, this is weird, but, but at the same time, I was like, okay, this is what the future is going to look like, okay? So anyway, enough of that. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, it says, so Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. In the King James, it says, let Satan should gain advantage of us if you're not ignorant of his devices. And so, what you're about to hear in this video about this whole internet thing, this is something that, they planned to use as well, maybe, as a way to cool down these riots, because I don't really think that they're gonna call call martial law over there in France. Okay, so I could be wrong. I'm just speaking as a man, but we shall wait and see. Once what the government says about shutting down the internet, that might not even happen either. All right, but let's see it. Let's just watch, man. It's a movie. Get some popcorns and just watch. All right. Got another preset right here. Let's go here real quick. You believe right here, right? This is the book of right here. Sirach chapter 5 verse 15. Do nothing destructive, whether it seems insignificant or not. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab that in King James version, right? Let's see what it says, right? It says, be no ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. You see, you can't be. Okay, we can't be, see what ISIS is really pushing forward and or doing and just be ignorant to it. Oh yeah, he really shut down the internet because they're riots. No, there's something behind it, man. All right, there's always something behind ISIS movements. All right, Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1: Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that wrought grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, in NLT it says, "Whatsoever awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws." So this all we're saying right now is nothing but laws being passed by Esau, man. Or certain things is bringing forth, man. Okay, because once Esau if Esau shuts down the internet over there in France, it could either bring the riot down because people are gonna be struggling, people are gonna be really go insane, man. Internet is like a fucking idol right now today. People really can't live without internet. Believe it or not, man. People cannot live with internet. Everything you do is right on the internet. You want to transfer money, you need internet. All right, you want to buy certain things online, you need internet. You see what I'm saying? So we should wait and see, man. Okay, but that right there might even drive people crazy. Shit, let me take what I said. It shut down the internet. People might even fucking go crazy and then declare martial law. You know what I mean? Shit, because what else people really got to do, man? I don't fucking be wicked and just and just going fucking crazy, going insane. So we're living in times where draconian measurements are gonna be passed on, and people gonna go crazy, man, and people gonna even fucking complain more. Okay, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 8. All these at the beginning sorrows, all right, in NLT, but all these only the first of the but all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come, right? So there's more. We just gotta wait and see. It's the beginning of all hell before all hell breaks loose, man. Before Jacob Trouble gets to the fullest of it, we're gonna see these things happening. Okay. So with that, let me play this video right here.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18. Now we are shifting our focus to some international news, where the unrest in France continues as protests over 17-year-old youth death at the hands of the police escalate. Now protesters have set thousands of vehicles on fire, vandalized houses and shops, while riot police officers tried to contain them. Now the unrest prompted a crisis response from French President Emmanuel Macron, who held an emergency meeting with his Council of Ministers. Now he blamed video games for the ongoing riots. Remember, the protests come after a police officer shot dead a teenager, Nahil, who was an Algerian of Algerian heritage, during a traffic stop in the Paris suburb of Nanterre earlier this week.
There is an unacceptable instrumentalization of the death of a teenager, which we all deplore. But this time should be about contemplation and respect. In the face of this, I formally condemn those who are using this situation and this time to try and create disorder and target our institutions. The responsibility they bear is damning, and I firmly condemn, we all do, this pure and unjustifiable violence that has no legitimacy.
Ces violences pures et injustifiables qui n'ont aucune légitimité.
Well, cutting across to a breaking piece of input from France itself, where France is preparing for a partial internet shutdown in an attempt to disrupt the riots. Now, violent clashes and looting continued in France for a fourth day following the police shooting of a teenager. Now, the unrest was sparked by the tragic police shooting of a teenager and has placed President Emmanuel Macron under increasing pressure. Now, France, I like to repeat it for my viewers, is preparing for a partial internet shutdown in an attempt to disrupt the ongoing riots. Now, French president has also urged parents to keep children off the streets and blamed the social media. Now, 270...
So you hear that? Blame social media, video games. Like, all this right here, man, is just going to be in the new world order that ISIS is trying to push forth. The freedom that people have right now is going to be taken away, man. By setting up, doing such thing as you see happening over there in France, they're gonna fucking, they're gonna bring this as put these type of laws in the new world order they're trying to bring forth, man. It says Macron blames video games.
Emmanuel
Wow.
Macron,
Okay.
who held an emergency meeting with his Council of Ministers. Now, he blamed video games for the ongoing riots. Remember, the protests come after a police officer shot dead a teenager, Nahil, who was an Algerian heritage, during a traffic stop in the Paris suburb of Nanterre earlier this week.
So this right here, it's over the teenager that was shot and killed. And it's more of like a racial thing, man. Okay?
Il y a une instrumentalisation inacceptable.
There is an unacceptable instrumentalization of the death of a teenager, which we all deplore. But this time should be about contemplation and respect. In the face of this, I formally...
And then, what do you, like this year sounds familiar as the same thing that took place 2020, 19, or not 20, right? With the shooting of the arrest, with the death of I forget his name, the Jake that was killed over there in Minnesota, I believe, right? Minneapolis, okay. George Floyd, right? Is that his name? We see what happened over there in America. Now we're seeing what's taking place over here in France. So this is not just coincidence, man. This is all set up by ISO.
condemn those who are using this situation and this time to try and create disorder and target our institutions. The responsibility they bear is damning, and I firmly condemn, we all do, this pure and unjustifiable violence that has no legitimacy.
Nous la condamnons tous, ces violences pures et injustifiables qui n'ont aucune légitimité.
So let me get another preset real quick. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse Daniel, chapter 8, verse verse 24 and 5. All right. It says, I'm not reading this in NLT. First, he will become very strong, but know by his own power. He will cause a shocking amount of destruction and succeed in everything he does. He will destroy powerful leaders and devastate the holy people. And this is what Antioch did. Okay, Antioch Epiphany did. All right. So this year took place. Okay, this took place. You can read this in the Maccabees, in the book of Maccabees, yeah. Okay, and but like the scripture says, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, let's get that one as well, real quick. Is this It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun, right? When you read in NLT, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. Okay, you see that? Verse 10 in King James, is there anything wherefore if be said, see, this is new? It have been already of all time, which was before us. Sometimes people in the NLT say, sometimes people say, he is something new. But actually it is old. Nothing is ever truly new. You see? So this already took a place, man. What I'm reading in the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 24. But it's repeating itself right now, all right, through Esau's, top nations, okay? And it's eventually going to be worldwide, all right? The New World Order. Verse 11, there's no remembrance of a former things, neither shall be there, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. In verse 11 in NLT, we don't remember what happened in the past, and in the future generations, no one will remember what we are doing now. All right? Okay? Now let's come back to Daniel. So that this Daniel I'm reading, this already took place. Antioch Epiphany already ran with it. All right? Okay? And verse 25, and through his policy also he shall cause the crafty to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. You see, this is what this is really eventually going to do. Okay, this internet thing and, or the riots, it's all going to lead to Jacob trouble, man. Okay, it's all going to lead to his NWO, which is going to fail anyway, to destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken with our hand. Also, when what happened to Antioch Epiphany, he died, man. Mosai killed his ass by, I believe he had an illness. All right, he had an illness, and he died from that fucking illness, man. All right. In verse 25 in the NLT, he will be a master of deception and will become arrogant. He will destroy many without warning. Okay, he will even take on the prince of princes, which is Yahushua, in a battle, but he will be broken, though not by human power. You see that? And you see, and that's what happened to Antioch Epiphany, man. Okay, he was taken out, all right, by illness, man. And this time we're living in, with what Israel's doing, trying to deceive people and destroy people by using crafty words and shit, setting up these unrighteous decrees. Eventually, what's gonna happen is when he's trying to push that NWO on people, trying to make one people as one. And Mosai is gonna throw a wrench in there, and that's gonna be the end of the NWO. The same thing happened during, when you go back to the book of Genesis, Babel, okay, Nimrod. What happened? They were taken down like that, man. Mosai, threw that wrench in there, confounded, all right, whatever they were trying to do. So it's going to be the same thing happening today, where Esau is going to think he's winning, and Mosai is just going to broke his ass out, But, we just can't be ignorant on what's happening in the news of today, man. These things right here is all part of the NWO, So hopefully I was edified to you brothers out there and sisters out there, and brothers want to leave, precepts under the video, go ahead, and the precepts I could have, brought out, go ahead, post them up, So with that, hey, shalom.